Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let's Analyze! Today, since I pulled 10 Jennies, and it being Sunday and I actually have time to make videos, let's talk about healers, their skills, and what's changed for them in 2.0. Let us begin. Now, this is my healer collection. I've been collecting healers since the beginning of the game, because I knew their potential. They're buffing, they're debuffing, and of course, they're healing. The 2.0 update is just a sweet cherry on top that really justified my investment, shall we say. So, let's begin with the first character, the terrifying demon, Maria, kept in Nino's basement and let out only on special occasions. And now, what is so terrifying about her? Well, she always does her best.
I always do my best.
You hear this? Oh my god, so scary. Anyway, so besides that, it's her high speed. She is the fastest healer in the entire game. I mean, yeah, now that they introduced Bridal Lyn that tied with her, she's still, in my opinion, better than Bridal Lyn. First, Bridal Lyn is, of course, limited, so tougher to get. And two, she has better defenses than Bridal Lyn. Of course, it would be really nice to get Candlelight from her because stopping enemy counterattack from across the board is pretty OP, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so for Maria, her skills are as such. Now, each healer since 2.0 has their own special, unique 5-star healing staff and healing skills that they have. So in terms of Maria, she gets Panic Plus, and Panic Plus is a good skill that allows you to spread panic across the enemy ranks. Pretty apt considering how terrifying she is. And it shuts down Fire Emblem, Horse Emblem, especially now you can attach Dazzle on the Panic Staff. It's pretty scary the way that they can now neutralize these emblems. Now, second is her healing skills. Her unique healing skill is Physic, and Physic now is actually really good. So, the thing with Physic back then is that it only heals 8. That was ridiculously terrible, but now you heal for 50% of attack. So most healers, they tend to float around the 40 attack, the 40 attack range. Some less, some more, if you use the new staffs anyway. If you're using old ones, they only come in like single digit numbers, but usually you would use the upgraded version. So 40 is the basic amount that they now float around nearby. Anyway, so Physic. In a situation where you don't want to get attacked because you're scared, this is the perfect healing skill for them. I believe it's best for healers that are less tanky or really slow though. Something like Jenny, for instance. Because Jenny, if Jenny were to get hit by something, they'll, more often than not, hit you twice and kill you. Unless, of course, the attack is a magical one. But, you know, in most cases, you'll find a Lyn that'll come charging down and shoot Jenny twice in the face. So you have to be careful about that. Physic is one of these skills that can allow you to heal enemy from across some kind of gap and other situations where you don't want to get shot in the face. So it's a solid skill, and with 50% of attack, you're looking at like 20 damage. It's not bad. It's good for some emergency healing and certainly is very handy to have. Of course, there are better ones, but we'll talk about those as we continue down our list. Next is Jenny. We all know about her ridiculous high attack power, so I don't need to talk more about that. And her low defense, low speed, no need to talk more about that. But her high resistance is something else altogether. It's pretty legendary, and I have some intent to take advantage of this, either by applying some ploys or just having her tank magic attacks and pay back in some disgusting debuffs. Now, her special staff is Gravity. So in Gravity, well, I mean, yeah, Gravity is nice, but the problem now is that it don't allow you for 2 space, so you can only really just stop one target at a time. Although this will cause some congestion for those units nearby because they now can't walk on top of each other. So now they have to wait for the first slowpoke to slowly crawl towards you. That's actually pretty scary, but of course, since it's not 2-space, you might run into problems where a horse would be able to skip through all that congestion and, well, stab you in the face. That's something Jenny do not wish to experience. So, in terms of gravity, it's okay. I mean, you couldn't combine it with reposition and stuff like that and kite the enemy around, but I don't usually see situations like that happen very often because maps can be a little small. You might run into a dead end, something like that. So I like gravity, but it's kind of situational in my opinion. And Jenny comes with Physic, a great skill for her, as I previously explained. You don't get hit in the face, you heal, and then everything is okay again. Heavenly Light she comes with, and Heavenly Light, I guess it's okay. I mean, you're looking at 38 extra HP healing. Oh, no, wait, no, my bad. No, wait, does it heal? Actually, now I don't remember. I thought it heals her as well. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that it's okay, but I think that needs an updated version at some point. So, that being said, Physic is a good skill on her. I would keep it, or if you're feeling adventurous, something else. And then you have Raffle Staff. That's, you already know what that does. Okay, so Jenny's done. Let's go with Lachesis. I've been working on that one for some time. So Lachesis, high attack, slow speed, but good HP. Very good HP, and decent defense as well. She's actually better than I had previously anticipated. With all that tankiness, you can really abuse that by having her tank attacks and debuffs enemies. Of course, her low speed tends to get in the way, but you can fix this by just having tons of defense. Anyway, now her special 5-star skill is Absorb Plus. Now I like this thing. It gives me more might to go and heal some more, and of course you can heal now all allies around you within 2 space for 7 HP. So you turn into some kind of healing fountain. It's pretty amusing if you tend to get hit a lot or tend to heal a lot. Because, well, it only happens after combat, but still. When it comes to tanking, there's a few schools to it. And in Lachesis' case, if she gets hit in the face, she immediately returns with an Absorb. So I think now that you can attach stuff like Raffle or Dazzling on staffs, you can attach Raffle on Absorb Plus. So she gets hit in the face, she heals back, and then since you now have a free B slot, you can attach them like Quick Riposte or something, and then she'll be able to heal again after another hit. So that, combined with her defenses, she can actually stay in for quite a bit of time. It's actually pretty disgusting. And then comes yet another Physics Plus. Great for slow healers. Okay, now we move on to Lucius. Lucius I like a lot, but now he's gonna turn to father. I was gonna work on him at some point, but now I kind of wish that I didn't merge these together, because now I want to pass on pain to all my characters, all my healers. So, as you'd expect, Pain Plus is his unique 5-star skill. So, well, unique is a bit of a strong word. We'll just say the ones that he get. So, Pain Plus. Now, when you hit someone in the face, they now take 10 extra damage after combat, and everyone around them takes 10 damage. So combine something like Savage Blow, you're looking at, 24 damage? Now, how much HP does normal characters have? What, like 40? So you now just reduce half of everyone's HP. Of course, the problem with using this is that you now activate a huge variety of skills. Desperation, Vantage, etc, etc. So when you activate skills like these, you're looking at some really bad times. Especially Wrath. Wrath is actually really scary when it's at low health. So, that being said, Pain is a good skill, but you need to work with it. And I have some ideas, but I have to test them out in the arena to truly appreciate Pain. But for now, You take 24 damage for 24 for everyone. You get a dancer, blast them again, and now all of a sudden the entire enemy team has like 1 HP. So yeah, they're prey for you to just freely slaughter. It's pretty disgusting. Alright, and for his unique, again with the unique word, his 5-star healing skill is Martyr Plus. It's okay. Now, of course, it carries the 50% attack thing, so you're looking at like 20 healing at the very least. And also, you can now heal the damage that you've taken. So if you're someone that likes to go and tank, for instance, like Latches earlier, you tank, you hit, but you still will suffer some damage. So with this, not only do you heal more, but you can also heal the damage that you've suffered. It's really, really, really disgusting on tanky healers such as Latches just now. But on Lucius, it might work, but only if he's hit by magic attacks, because his defense is, well, And then we have Miracle, and I love Miracle as a skill. If you've seen Dr. Sakura video, I would have died like a million times if I haven't constantly proc Miracle, because I keep hitting Lloyd twice in the face, building up Miracle. And of course, Lloyd can't kill me unless he uses his skill. So by the time he activates his skill, I think it was Iceberg or something, Miracle kicks in, blocks the skill, and then I just replace with another healer. It's really, really disgusting. Something that just made me throw up when I discovered that. Alright, next healer. We have Sakura. Okay, so the thing with Sakura is her perfectly balanced stat. I like Sakura a ton. I mean a ton. Now, I'm not like the Sakura guy with the 4+10 Sakuras, because I think that's a complete waste of time and effort. But hey, you know, it built him a fan base, but I prefer to have a different variety of different variety of healers, because I believe variety is the spice of life, and I love, you know, eating different things on my plate instead of just one plain old thing. So, back to Sakura, whose head looks like a giant peach. She has decent HP. It's okay, but I have to do minus HP for Sakura because I don't want to lose her speed. Her speed is serviceable. It keeps her from getting doubled. Her attack is pretty decent as well, so I don't want to lose that. And then, of course, there is the defense and resistance that she has. She's actually, in my opinion, before Don't Buy anyway, she's the second tankiest healer in the game. Why is this so? And that's because she has plus Dev as her super boon. So having that catches up with her high resistance, and all of a sudden she has strong dual defense. And since her speed is serviceable, she doesn't get doubled as much. And then you are faced down with something that is just really, really tough to take down. So her abilities that she get is Fear Plus. And Fear Plus combined with that strong dual defense, you're looking at... Okay, so let's go back to what I was looking at earlier. I kind of forgot. You're looking at 39 defense and 41 resistance. That's disgusting. And that's not accounting for any further defense increase through using an A skill. I think giving her attack defense or attack resistance bond, the only bonds that are out right now, is a very good idea. Now, I can't wait until they release defense and resistance bond, because that's what I'm going to be attaching to my healers when they tank. I've also believed that she's another good user of Absorb Plus, and yeah, once she's on the field, she's really, really tough to take down. But I think Fear Plus is probably the go-to skill for her, and the skill that she comes with by default. So what was her special ability? I think it was Physic as well, but I think, as mentioned earlier, I think Martyr is a better skill for her. Martyr Plus, since she tanks, she heals more, and she can also heal the damage that she took. And not to mention, you know, being a tanking with other healers, she works well with Miracle, as you've seen in Dr. Sakura's video against Lloyds and face cancer. Once again, something strong happens, Miracle blocks it, and then all of a sudden, oops, I got another healer I gotta tank against. So that combined with the wonders of Martyr Plus, you're looking at some invulnerable zombie healers that cannot be stopped, led by Dr. Sakura. Okay, next healer. Next, we have my favorite healer, Don't Buy Clarine.
Tea with me? You know, I think I shall.
So, Don't Buy is really strong. Her main skill is Fear Plus as well, and we already know about the wonders of Fear Plus. Now, she also comes with Martyr Plus, so being tanky as she is, she tanks a hit and then she stays in the game all day. I used her with Live to Serve for a bit, and maybe I'll continue using her. She's one of my first healers. In fact, I think she is my first healer now I think about it. Yeah, I think she's the first one I ever fully built. I took Live to Serve from Riz and slapped it onto her, and then she became one of these healers that are really tough to stop. Combined with Martyr, Live to Serve become one of these things where, oh yeah, you heal the damage you took, well, half the damage you took thanks to Martyr, and then you heal more from healing another target, and then she just becomes one of these things that just kind of stays there all day. And then you have wonderful Fear Plus, just keeps weakening the enemy, and then yeah, it's really disgusting. She just stays in the field, debuffing the enemy, and then oops, there's nothing they can do. She's also one of the tankiest healer in the game because she has 33 speed, and of course with all these upgrades she can now go to 40. So with such a high speed, she's very, very tough to double. And she also has serviceable defense stats, and you can also further increase, and pretty good resistance. So as healer goes, I think she's one of the tankiest reliable healers in the game. As healers. Now, damage dealing, not so good, but you know, any healer nowadays, you can attach Pain and double Savage on them. So if you really want damage that much, you can give her that, and you can still expect her to be tanky if you were to run Live to Serve and other stuff like that. But Fear, very good skill. I definitely recommend it if you're planning on tanking, because healers can't inherit attack and speed smoke, so not to mention it also affects the target, so I think it's far more superior than that of the smoke skills. Okay, next healer is Priscilla. Now, I'm building up this Priscilla at the moment. Her ability is Panic Plus. As explained before, stop various emblem teams, including the ones that she commands. And of course, her skill is Rehabilitate Plus. Rehabilitate Plus is, honestly, I don't really like it all that much. So, Rehabilitate back in the day was one of the go-to healing skills because, you know, when somebody has 7 HP or less, they get healed to full. Now, you can still do the same thing with Rehabilitate Plus, except that now you're looking at 50% of attack minus 10. So as we talked about before, 50% of attack is like what, 20 usually? Minus 10, you're looking at back at 10. So honestly, it's basically a 3 HP healing increase for Rehabilitate Plus. So honestly, it's not so good anymore. It's still useful if, you know, someone like Zephiel were to get reduced to like 7 HP, and then you can just heal like 50 or 60 HP in one hit. But normally though, you're not gonna find situations like that. And also, again, you're looking at a 3 HP increase for a minimum. So it's really not that good, especially since now there's a better skill floating around. And here we are with Elise, most powerful, strongest healer in the entire game, offensively anyway. Sporting 32 attack and 32 speed. You put her on a horse emblem team, she annihilates everything. You put her on a regular team, she annihilates everything. She's just out of control strong, and even before 2.0, I had Savage Blow on her because she's disgusting. And I like to make it so that she destroys everything. So now her powerful ability is Gravity Plus, but It's not like after she applies gravity, she moves backwards automatically. No, somebody has to go and reposition her. So again, that has its own problems. I guess you could also use drawback, but again, that has its own problems. It depends on the map. Not to mention, any other horse units nearby that are not affected by gravity could just come in and hit her in the face. She's not exactly what we call tanky, because all of her power goes into offense. Now, we talked about earlier that rehabilitate has been power creep, so to say. This is the reason. So, recover plus, you're looking at 50% plus 10. So maybe like 30 HP. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of HP. Usually when you beat someone down, they don't lose all their health. They get reduced to like, what, 10 or 15. Sometimes they do get reduced less, but in most cases, you're thinking about a character, thinking about a 40 HP base. 40, 45. But usually 40. I see most people usually run damage dealers or emblem teams and such. 50 is usually in the realm of tanks. Actually, no. Even 45, 40, anything above 40 is in the realm of tanks. 50, what do I even think about? Like Fei? Fei has 50. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that's more a tank thing. Anyway, so recover plus, you pretty much can heal most people to full, I mean, barring a few exceptions. It's a very good skill. Now, another thing about this is that upgraded skills, they no longer slow down cooldown. So, you can, say, get your miracle up faster, or if you're feeling up to it, you can heal harder, you can heal all over the place, and of course, give attack and speed everywhere. See, I don't see bomb skills used very often, but honestly, I think they're really good. And they can just, oh man, buff a blade tome from across the map. That's just disgusting. That's not even right. And of course, in situations where you need your whole team to push through something, there you have it. You don't have to worry about positions or anything. Anywhere they are, they can defeat the enemy. It's really, really nice. And what is it like? Attack plus 4? Yeah, that's really good. I hope they release new bombs in the future, but bombs, very good skills. And now that you don't have anything like recover holding it back, and you can still heal high with recover. Yeah, recover plus, in my opinion, is definitely the best healing skill at this time. Besides physics. And of course, let's go back to rehabilitate again, because I think rehabilitate also gets... Yep, it no longer has that cooldown as well. So, they're much better if they're buffed, but I would use recovery in my opinion. Like I said, usually most healers are floating around that range, and Elise, yeah, 49, 50, so she heals even more. It's really, really disgusting on someone like Elise. Oh man, she's so well built. Oh god. Definitely my favorite healer. And also very terrifying. But not nearly as terrifying as Maria. Okay, and here's our meme lord, Riss! But first... Okay, and now we're on Riss. I had to cough, so, I had to cut that off. Anyway, so with Riss, you have Slow Plus. Now, Slow Plus is actually really, really, really scary. So, I've been thinking about certain builds, alright? I've been thinking about builds that, like, for instance, Sakura earlier. Now, if something were to suddenly lose 7 speed, Sakura, instead of, either taking 2 hits or negating hits altogether, she now all of a sudden doubles the enemy. That's disgusting. Combine that with Absorb, that's disgusting. You hit, you literally could attack something like Sakura, do a little bit of damage, and then Sakura will suck your soul away. Literally just suck your soul away. Just, you hit her, and then she just went... And then all of a sudden, you have no soul, and then you die. And she gets healed. It's disgusting and it's deplorable. So, instead of reducing their attack, you can do this and just completely annihilate the enemy. Because if you may have noticed, a lot of units actually have kind of poor resistance. You know, most units, they don't really like resistance. There are certain characters that have good resistance, like Mage, but a lot of characters, they don't really have that high resistance because, you know, people want more damage, people want to hit harder, people want to be faster. Well, with Slow Plus, all that speed that you've been saving up, where's that going? Nowhere, straight to hell. Straight into the hell of risk. And then, after that, you get sucked, you get your soul sucked, and then you die. It's so disgusting. I just, you know, -7 attack is strong, but when you minus someone's speed, that's just, so disturbing. So if you combine that and +7 though, and the -7 attack from fear though, you're looking at healers that never goes away. In fact, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. It's disgusting. I can't believe that something like this has occurred. 2.0 upgrade has spoiled healers quite a bit, and you know what? I am all the more glad for it, because that is why I built my healers, because I was originally gonna run these builds anyway, and now you have given me a buff to cause me to spread destruction everywhere. Of course, now his healing skill is Rehabilitate Plus, and we already discussed about the nature of Rehabilitate, especially on something like Wrist, for instance. Wrist has really low attack. What was it, like, what, 23? So you're looking at, what, 10 minus 10, but minimum 7, so he'll be healing at the minimum. We Rehabilitate Plus. The only thing you'll be buffing is the cooldown count, which I suppose could be useful with his signature Heavenly Light. Imbue I like a lot too, but Imbue, well, usually you don't really need to heal that much now that the healers have gotten better. But of course, it works with Physic if you must heal more, and I think though that bombs was probably still more useful though. The more I think about it, I think I prefer bombs. Because I think you still need to heal twice, but then again, having more health to tank further attacks could be useful. It's a situation thing. Alright, now who's the next healer? It's Sarah! And I like Sarah quite a bit. I intend to build her at some point, because I'm a huge fan of Twin Tails and
Adore me!
horrible characters such as that. Adore me! Now, she has a pretty decent spread of stats, and she hits pretty decently hard, and is not completely defenseless. Now, her skills is Absorb Plus, and we've discussed about Absorb Plus, you know. Get hit, heal, as you can see, actually has decent speed and decent attack. She is pretty threatening. Let me actually just... let me just pull up her skills real quick, because, not her skills, her stats real quick. Let me just, give me 1 second to do that real quick here. So in terms of healers, she's pretty strong with 30 attack and 31 speed, and her defense is 21 and 33 resistance. It's actually no slouch when it comes to defending as well. She's pretty tanky. Not as strong as Sakura in terms of tankiness, but she's high up there with that nice speed. Now, she doesn't get a super boon with defense, so she won't ever tank as well as Sakura does, but she's good offensively with her wonders of attack increase, and, well, she's got enough resistance, so she can still tank pretty nicely against stuff like dragons, for instance, as long as she's not the one attacking. If she's the one who attacks, then, well, she's making a terrible mistake. But then again, no, that's not true either, because now healers can have Dazzle as well, so it's not so very bad. Anyway, combined with her Recover Plus, you're looking at some really good healer that can heal much and do much damage. And I also love bombs, so yeah, she's a very good all-around healer. Very good stats, very good healing, very good. But unfortunately, she comes at 4 stars or below, and it's gonna take feathers to work on, so one of these days, maybe I will get to her. And then we have Fear Me! Another terrifying beast, Lissa. Lissa is extremely terrifying. I have no idea why they let this kind of face enter the game, because Lissa is just as she just tanks every attack and there's nothing you can do about it. She has a strong dual defense of 28 defense and 30 resistance at level 40. And she also has chunks of HP, 39 HP. Now, all that does hold her attack and speed back. She's looking at, 26 attack and 25 speed. So, if you're going to use something like Lissa, I would highly recommend just throw away the speed and just use a Raffle Staff Absorb, Quick Riposte combo to tank all day, because she's not going to be able to prevent people from doubling her. It's just not happening. When you have situations like that, just throw away your speed. Just throw it away. You don't need it. You don't need it at all. Okay, now her abilities is Gravity Plus. We discussed that. Not too useful. Situational and Rehabilitate Plus. So she needs some skill inheritance to mess with. Renewal? Yeah, nah. Get Quick Riposte. Get hit and pay him back by sucking their souls. And of course, Balm, and more Balm! Buff my teams from across the board. Next, we have Azama! Now, we talked about tanky healers before, but Azama's in a whole new level altogether. He has tons and tons of defense. Now, what makes him even more special is that he has a resistance super boon. So, all things considered, if you do that and minus his speed, which is pretty terrible. What is his speed, like 26? He also has a speed boon though, so it might not be a terrible idea to go and attach that to him as well. I'll have to think about it. But in terms of tankiness though, we'll go with resistance for now. So if you go with plus resistance, you're looking at 32 defense and 29 resist. Now, he's not going to go anywhere with attack. So now that I think about it, maybe you should just minus attack instead, because his attack starts at 21. Even lower than Risk. I don't know why his attack is so low. I mean, look, he's a healthy young man. He's not an old pedophile. Yet, for some reason, his attack is 21, really low, and you might as well just throw it away. Giving him Raffle anything is kind of a waste. I think his best build is probably Dazzling Pain Plus, and as a result, his skill is Pain Plus, because that's the only way he's going to be doing any damage. But being tanky as he is, maybe you can forego that altogether. Again, his defenses are very high, 43 HP as well, on top of that 32, 29. So, that combined with Fear Plus, he's not going to run Absorb too well. That combined with Fear Plus, you're looking at something just immovable, disgustingly immovable. But you also have to account for his bad speed. So maybe it might not be such a bad idea to boost his speed, because it gets a special boon to 30. 30 is okay as speed goes. It's not the greatest, but it will work. If you get a couple more speed upgrades, you can probably go with that, and you will be a very tanky character. And tanky character goes, tanky character using Martyr, you have something that heals harder, and heals itself, and then gets healed for some more. It's really disgusting, and I definitely my recommended skills for tanky healers. Now, another thing about Azama that I might do is I'm gonna give him something like Fortress Resistance if he were to get something like Resistance Boon, because then all of a sudden he has 34 resistance, and that's a pretty good resistance point to go and give people ploys. Because usually people's ploy resistance don't go up very high, so especially if they go and visit sites like Game Press. Oh yeah, this guy minus resistance, everything minus resistance, plus attack, plus speed, everyone minus resistance for everything. So usually people have low resistance. You can cause all kinds of trouble with them by giving them ploys. Oh, for instance, maybe you don't want to use Fear Plus. Here you go, an attack ploy. Now it's almost the same thing. And then, you can give himself another ploy somewhere. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when I get there, when I actually build a Zama, which could never happen because I have so many healers. Okay, so now I've gone through most of the list. I think that this adventure is about to end. I still need to talk about Mist and Bridal Lin that I don't have, but Mist, there's really nothing remarkable about her, and I've only ever pulled one. And the one that I pulled, well, this is where it went. Maria ate her. Tossed into the cage of Maria and eaten by Maria. No more Mist. Now, Mist is actually not so bad. I think she's got some serviceable stats as well. She's got 39 HP, which is quite good, and she's got 20 defense. Okay, but you know, it's not like it's not there either, like Lucius. And then 34 resistance, which is good for poise, more poise. Her speed is but if you get a speed boon, it goes to 31, which isn't bad. And her attack is 27. It's on the lower end, but yeah. Mist is unremarkable in that her staff is also kind of just like slow plus, and yeah, I guess it was slow plus. Although I think she gets recover plus, so that's not so bad. Now the last healer for the day is Bridal, which I can't show you a picture of because I don't have either. I chose not to summon on the marriage banner a long time ago because I hated share colored banners. And I also didn't really care for either of them. Now, that being said though, maybe that might have been a bad idea, because candlelight is pretty disgusting. The fact that you can now spread your evil disease of never countering attack all over the enemy team. You can shut down enemy counterattack, and then after that, you send in your pain team, your pain Elise, your pain Sakura, your pain Azama, send them all down and just pain everyone, and then you annihilate the enemy team. It's disgusting, and there's nothing they can do about it because their counterattack has been shut down by Bridal Lin, and you can probably pass down Candlelight to other people too. So, Candlelight, disgusting skill. I should look into getting a Bridal Lin if she ever appears. But given that the legendary banner seems to have this tendency, or not tendency, more like a precedence, but I'm sure it'll become a tendency soon. I can expect something like that to happen. I can expect Bridal Lin to come back, and then I'll pick up a Candlelight and be truly disgusting and shut down everyone's counterattack for my pain to go through. Meanwhile, her healing skills Rehabilitate, but now Rehabilitate has suffered quite a loss with 2.0. Recovery is going to be your go-to skill again and again. That or Physics if you're scared of getting hit. Some healers are not tanky, so, you know, they have no choice but to get Physic. But some other healers better go with Recover. Though Martyr is good too. Again, if you're tanky as hell, Martyr is a very good skill. Okay, so I've gone and talked for quite a bit. So that's pretty much it for the healer skills descriptions. I'm thinking about talking about certain builds, but I think that may have to go on another time. You could ask me questions on comments about it. I know somebody asked me about Azama a while back, and I gave him that horrible ploy and tanky build. But yeah, I mean, I did talk about their builds a little bit by talking over their stats. But if you need more in-depth information, you can comment, you can do whatever. I'm gonna eventually make videos of these disgusting healers anyway, and then you can see that in action. So there's that. And well, I'm glad that I picked up 10. Well, now I have 11 Jennies, and I'm gonna get her plus 10. So I'm gonna see what I can build with her. It's gonna be really disgusting. So look forward to it. Anyway, I thank you all for watching. Until next time.